Hello, it's Becca here. There's this story in the Bible in Luke about the middle of a road. And two of Jesus's friends are walking to Emmaus on this road. And they are joined by Jesus. It says in the Bible that they were talking and questioning when Jesus came and walked alongside them. And they didn't recognize him. They didn't have a clue who he was, but he started talking and walking with them. And he said, "Why are you so downcast?" And they said, "Well, the man Jesus, our friend, he's died, and we had so many hopes in him, and we had so much trust in him, and we were thinking that he was going to save us and save the oppression that we are under, and we're just so disappointed." And Jesus says to them, quite harsh words. He says, "Why are you so slow-hearted? Why are you so foolish? Don't you see?" And then he starts talking about the big story of God, the narrative that goes through from Genesis to the prophets. And he starts explaining that to them. And then they stop and they have some food together. They persuade him to have food together. And then suddenly they realize it was Jesus that was walking with us. They honestly can't believe it. And Jesus goes and they said, "Didn't you feel the fire burn in our hearts as we walked with him?" There are a few things that I notice about that story. And the first thing that I notice that I absolutely love is it says, as they questioned and as they talked, Jesus walked alongside them. In our questioning, in the things that we are talking about, racism, in the things that we are questioning, fear and feeling disorientated, do you know what? Jesus walks with us. He walks on this road with us. So the first thing that I notice is that Jesus, he walked with them as they questioned and as they talked. And you know, Jesus, he walks with us as we question and as we talk, he walks with us. We may have questions about racism. We may have questions about what's going on in the world right now, about justice, about freedom, about oppression, so many questions. And Jesus walks with us, which is absolutely amazing to know that. And I notice also that Jesus was not in a rush. When my son Harry was getting married last year, there were lots of things to be done, and he had to do the house and he had to do lots of things for the wedding, and I would sit down with him and I'd say to him, "Harry, have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this?" And he'd say to me, "Mum, there's no need to rush." And you know, Jesus wasn't in a rush. And I often think about Jairus. And Jairus was a man who had a daughter who was 12 years old, and she was very poorly. She was about to die. And he came to Jesus and he said, "Jesus, can you come and heal my daughter?" And on the way of Jesus going to Jairus' house, he met this old lady, and this old lady had been bleeding for a long time. And he stops and he talks to her and she gets healed. I wonder if you were Jairus, whether you would have thought, "Jesus, my daughter who is 12 years old is dying. Hurry up, come and see her, come and pray with her. Don't worry about this old lady. Maybe she'll be there after. Please come." But Jesus didn't hurry. And then Jairus' daughter died. This 12-year-old girl died. And Jesus went and he healed her. He wasn't rushed or pushed by somebody else's agenda. And I love that about him. The second thing I think is that Jesus pointed out to them the bigger picture as they were walking along. They told him their story and he was quite strong with them. He said, "You foolish, slow-hearted people, don't you see there's a bigger picture? Don't you see from Genesis to the prophets? There's something that God is doing. There's a bigger story. There's a bigger narrative going on right now." And he told them that there was something more that they could put their hope and their trust in than just their circumstances and their story that was going on right there and then. And then the last thing I notice is that they didn't recognize it was Jesus. I don't know if it was because they were in pain. I don't know if it's because they were caught up with their own story and their own selves that they didn't recognize it was Jesus, but they didn't know it was him. Sometimes when we walk along the road, we don't know that Jesus walks with us. We don't feel it maybe. Sometimes we definitely do, but sometimes we just don't feel that he is walking with us. But I want to tell you, Jesus walks with you. He walks with you just like he did with those men. He walks with you in your questioning. He walks with you in the things that you are confused about. He walks with you in your pain. He walks with you in your joy. Jesus walks with you. So all I want to say today is keep walking. Keep walking along the road. Keep walking and keep talking to him.